Boring, dull, dismal, worst ever. These are just some of the adjectives given by fans and media about Euro 2024. Indeed, some big teams like France and England were very hard to watch. Many games were proper slugfests. Copa America did not impress much either, registering the lowest goals per game ratio since 2011. There's clearly a problem in international football, but did you know that the coach of Arsenal's Invincibles, Arsene Wenger, may have found a way to save international football? Many favorites were bad. The goal scoring was low. Apart from Spanish players, there were very few players with truly standout performances. Supposed best players of the tournament had very poor showings. But why? I think the reason boils down to two main things. First of all, there's just too many games in club football. Top players often have to play more than 60 games per season. By the time the season is over, they're just absolutely knackered from the grueling club season. They have nagging injuries. Hence, players like Mbappe, Vinicius, Kane, Bellingham and many others had subpar international tournaments. I think they were just too tired, plus they were carrying nagging injuries from the club season. The second reason is that national team coaches simply do not have enough time to make their players perform like a team, like a cohesive unit. There are 5 international breaks during the season, but teams gather for only around a week or 10 days at most. Often new players are called up for national duty, but there's just simply not enough time to play and train together. As a result, national team coaches prefer to rely on defensive tactics. Not enough time to drill your attacking football, but just enough to prepare defensively, because you know, attacking is harder than defending, and we get boring and low-scoring games as a result. And this is where Arsene Wenger enters the scene. Remember the guy with the long sports jacket who brought Thierry Henry-led Arsenal to an unprecedented levels of success? Yeah, that guy. He has long been done with coaching, and now Wenger is a FIFA bureaucrat. Wenger has been the chief proponent of the controversial idea of the World Cup every 2 years. I'm not going to talk about the World Cup every 2 years idea. Instead, I want to focus on one of the components of this idea, which is about how Wenger proposes to reshape the football calendar. Wenger said, "Today's calendar is outdated. We want to organize it in a more efficient way." He pointed out that the current calendar is bad for the well-being of football players. What is absolutely detrimental to the players is repeated traveling and jet lag. With reducing the qualifying period, I believe that the clubs will benefit, the players would benefit. So Wenger and FIFA proposed to scrap 5 international windows to eliminate calendar congestion and so much travel for football players. Instead, they offer a longer international break in October, lasting a full month. During this month, national teams will gather and play all their qualifying games, and June will be reserved for international tournaments like the World Cup, Copa America, European Championship, and so on. The option B is 2 international breaks, a 3-week break in October and a 2-week break in March. I think the best thing about this proposal is that it gives national teams more time to play together and to develop their games. Training and playing together for a whole month is actually a decent time period, which will allow teams to develop their identities and to create patterns of attacking football instead of relying on defensive football and occasional outbursts of individual brilliance and individual magic from their best players. This will definitely make international tournaments more attractive and more entertaining. Another great thing is decreasing the travel time for players during international breaks. This is particularly relevant for African, South American and Asian players who have to travel very long distances to turn up for national duties. Getting things done in a single international break will significantly decrease the travel time. So, this proposal ensures more cohesion for national teams and less fatigue for players. Ideal, right? No. No, God! Wenger's proposal does envisage the decrease of national team games, but it does not address the club season at all, which is actually going to get even more congested. Instead of decreasing the number of games that the clubs are playing now, we are going to have ourselves a new club tournament, the FIFA Club World Cup next year, and this is only going to get the matter of fatigue even worse. Wenger's proposal also does not say anything about the international tournaments like the Asian Cup and the African Cup of Nations, which are played during winters, and how his proposed calendar is going to fit these tournaments. Let me know in the comments what you think about Wenger's idea. Is it going to help the international football? What do you propose to make international tournaments more entertaining? That's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get football content in the slow footballing months. See you on the next one.